Tory Lanez brought back quarantine radio for Halloween and did a $10,000 twerk contest. And people kept reporting it until he got shut down. So, okay, he had like 2 or 3 different accounts he was going back and forth on to return onto the live because people kept reporting the account because they were hating. At one point, someone did end up joining the live. He accepted it, and the person said, "You shot Megan Thee Stallion." And then he quickly ended it. And he also had Chromas and Chair Girl make an appearance because they were at his house that night. And he took a titty shot off of Chromas on his Instagram live.
I would have done the same thing, man.
So my question is this, because I had a conversation with a few people, and a lot of people were like, what the fuck? Like, they were mad that he had Chromas and Chair Girls there. They were like, he lost ratings. Like, almost like the same way when Drake put Chair Girl in the War music video, and everyone was like, what the fuck are you doing? And then he took her out. Like, everyone was feeling the same way. Well, the people I spoke to was feeling the same way about this, and they think Tory hit rock bottom because he had to have those two in his Instagram live and at his house. How do you feel about this? Do you think it was
what are we saying? What are we saying now? We're saying that Tory Lanez is now on the outskirts of society along with Chromas and the Chair Girl, which
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that, but associating yourself with them so publicly behind closed doors, do what you want, fine, but so publicly on your live, them taking videos in your house in LA, everything, it makes you're trying to get yourself lumped into an outsider.
I mean, both those girls are they're street girls, I assume.
They're not. Chair Girl is not a street girl. She's from fucking Richmond Hill or something.
She's from Brazil.
She's a suburb girl.
She's from Brazil. She might be a Black Widow. You don't know that.
She's not. She's not. She's younger than me. No. And Chroma's went to school in Woodbridge, so she's also.
Right. So she's not crippin'?
I don't know what anybody's doing at this point. A lot of people are pretending to be people they're not.
She's not on no crip shit. Oh, that hurts. That hurts to find out.
Well, you're from the suburbs too, so shut the fuck up.
Hold on, I thought she was really crippin'. I thought she was out here big C's.
She is. I just don't know.
You don't know what set does she claim? That's another one. Find a Latina crip.
I don't know. She was Jane and Finch, and then her and Coconina had that whole beef thing happen. And
isn't Coconina blood?
Yeah, and there was an issue with them.
What is it? Are they on some woo shit? Are they on some woo shit?
I don't know. I tried to ask Coconina about it in my interview with her for Reppin' last season, but she just indirectly answered it by saying she was like sending light and positivity and whatever, blah blah blah.
Oh, she went to send prayers.
Yeah, she's one of those like be the bigger person, and I was like, that's cool, I respect that, but like, fuck, I wanted to like get something, you know?
Yeah. So I honestly thought Chromas was big season. In terms of to be honest, I do find that quarantine radio. Well, I think it was a bad decision to bring it back. Not that I hate it, although it's very entertaining. I never really watched it in full when it was like when he was in the good graces of the public, anyways. But I feel like bringing back quarantine radio was a bad decision. I think he brought it back just because he wants to showcase his innocence.
That he's normal again. But why do you think it was a bad decision?
Just because his public perception doesn't allow him to bring it back and for things to go back on normal. I think because his delayed reaction in terms of trying to showcase his innocence, all that shit kind of just made it a hard sell to go like, yeah, I'm fucking with quarantine radio. The numbers weren't that big. People, like we were saying, people were reporting it. So people were like hating on the whole thing. He should have just, I guess, not done it.
Honestly, I respect him for bringing it back because that really shows us that, like, yeah, I'm going to continue doing, like, what I'm doing and, like, this is my life. Like, I can respect him for that and, like, not just sitting there sulking for months and months. Like, what the fuck? Like, this girl said I did this to her and all these people hate me and blah, 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 So I can respect it on that end. But having Chromas and Chair Girl is just kind of, like, trashy in my opinion. Like, Those two girls are just like they're clout chasers. That's it. Like they're like I've said before, they're both very pretty girls and like they have that going for them, but other than that, there's not much else. Like they're just
granted. I don't know if the rest of the world really know who Chroma is. And
that too, exactly. Like, why are you putting her on your Instagram live? Like, people are just gonna think she's just a random thought, and then everyone in Toronto is looking at you like, "What the fuck are you?" Well, I don't know more so about Chroma's, maybe more about Chair Girl, but people are looking at you like, "What the fuck are you?"
Why people hate Chair Girl? Why people hate Chair Girl more?
So dumb and got popular for it because she's hot. People are jealous. That's why.
Granted, people got popular for doing crimes.
Yeah.
I can name a few rappers doing way worse than throwing shit off
the crimes they did were like real. Like, this is a dumb,
a respectable crime. What's a respectable crime? You know, shooting people.
Okay, if you're gonna do a crime, make it worth it. Okay, don't do something dumb that's like not gonna do anything, and you're gonna get in shit for doing it. Like, if you're gonna kill someone, kill them. All right, I'm not endorsing murder, but I'm saying if you're gonna kill somebody, kill someone. If you're gonna rob someone, rob them. If you're gonna throw a chair off a building, what is the purpose in that? When you rob someone, it's to get something. When you kill someone, it's to get rid of them. But what's the purpose of throwing a chair off a building? There needs to be purpose behind what you do. I'm not endorsing crime. I'm just saying there needs to be a purpose. There was no purpose behind what she did, and then she just got famous because she's hot, which is cool, fine, but then like the reason you got famous is dumb. Like, at least if you came up off being an Instagram baddie, I could respect it more. But it's just stupid. And nobody wants her to, like, Drake even accepted the fact that nobody wanted her in his music video anymore and actually went and took her out. So, like, you know, like, why would Tory not follow lead and just, like, he didn't put her in the live, but I went on her page after because I seen Chroma's tag her and she was at Tory's house. I went on her page after and I seen all her videos there too, and I was like, oh my God.
Wow.
You're just stuck on what I said about crime.
Wow. No,
I'm just saying.
I never knew you had that in you, man.
I'm just saying, if you're doing anything in life, be it a crime, make sure it has a purpose behind it, and you're not just doing it for no purpose and then to get in trouble for some dumb shit. Like, you're on probation. I think she's on probation now for what? Oh yeah, throwing a chair off a building. Like, what are you gonna tell your kids when you're older and you can't? You got charged with something or convicted of something.
Granted, she's across the border, so whatever she got hit with is not restrictive.
Yeah, or she got one of those. You can get like a form to allow you to go over the border for a certain amount of days for a trip or something if you're a criminal. So maybe she did that too. I don't know. It's gonna. I don't know. She's just dumb. She's just dumb. It's just dumb. That's it. That's all I'm gonna say on that. Anyways, on to the next.
This is why people come to the Educating Reckless podcast to hear those takes. Reckless takes, man.
Okay, so speaking of Megan, her ex-best friend Kelsey went on her Instagram live and said she'll be clearing her name soon and is contemplating an interview offer to squash some of the ongoing rumors from that night. If she does this interview, do you think we're ever going to find out much of what really happened? Yes or no? Because I don't.
No. I want her, if she's going to do this interview, I want her to do it with a hard-hitting reporter that's going to ask the questions that we want to hear. The answers.
I think she should do it with us.
Yeah. I'll ask her all the questions. Ask
her. DM her and ask her.
I'll ask her the hard-hitting questions.
I know how we can do it. Oh my God.
And I'll press her when she starts to give vague answers. Like, can you divulge more?
Oh
can
my
you
God.
expound?
No, listen, we could actually do this. Message her off your Apollo for the People page.
Okay.
And then ask her if she wants to come onto your, I guess, spin-off from your page podcast for an interview. And see where it goes. And screenshot and show me, and then we'll go back and forth. This could actually go somewhere.
We'll get her up there, man.
Yeah, we would. It would benefit us and her.
Did she say she contemplated? Is she getting offers like people are paying her?
I don't know if they're paying her, but if she says to pay her, like, fuck.
We'll
throw it. No, we can throw the money. What the hell?
What are you talking about? When she's talking about getting paid, she's thinking about 20 grand or more, bro.
You think so?
20 grand or more.
I was down to like give like 100, like 100, 200.
She used to be friends with Megan Thee Stallion. I don't know if $100 is like.
I mean, maybe she's really struggling right now.
I doubt that.
Okay, let's.
I mean, granted, you know, she's gonna have this time.
Oh my God, you guys! We're gonna find out what happened on this podcast.
Fuck it, let's go.
You're gonna do it. You're messaging her. Okay. Yeah, I don't think we'd find out what really happened unless she came and did it on this podcast. Something weird happened. Funk Flex called out T.I. for being a snitch on Instagram. I don't know where that came from, but he accused T.I. of Atlanta Crime Stoppers. I don't know.
Which honestly, I really don't know. He's talking about don't speak on me, da 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 da, and then honestly, it's like, yo, not to say leave T.I. alone. You can do whatever, but at this point, it's a Crime Stopper. There's no paperwork of him snitching. If there is, it hasn't been released to the public yet.
Yeah, I didn't quite understand this, and T.I. never responded, so I didn't think.
Yeah, it was kind of hard pressed by Funk Flex to say that. Where is it coming from, man?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. It just came from nowhere, and just all of a sudden just went at him. But yeah. So anyway, speaking of T.I., so I saw that you posted here about the sushi bar that kicked out the black guy for wearing Air Force Ones. And basically it was a video that went viral of him arguing with the staff because other people in the restaurant did have on sneakers as well.
Yeah.
Mind you, the black couple was the only one being told that they could not dine there. Mm-hmm. So after this happened, the video went viral. This was in Atlanta. T.I. posted that the city needs to boycott the restaurant. But then T.I. accepted an apology from the owner. Who T.I. says the owner reached out to T.I. first.
I feel like I feel like the apology was misdirected. It should have never went to T.I.
anyway. And then the victim said that the owner explicitly told him he has personal ties with a lot of rappers in the city. Yeah. So the victim hears about this, he gets upset, posts a video calling out T.I. for not calling him and speaking with him first, rather than trying to save a relationship with the owner. T.I. responds to the victim on Instagram Live, talking about how the owner reached out to him first, and T.I.'s friend, I can't remember her name, starts with an E, did DM the victim for their phone number to hear their side of the story, but got no response. So T.I. was not going to, he actually got their phone number, but not until he met up with the owner. And he's like, I'm not going to randomly call you guys if you didn't even answer the DM that involved me, whatever, about helping you guys with this. I don't know, what do you think about this? Was the victim doing too much by putting this shame on T.I. publicly, or was T.I. wrong for the way he went about it?
I think it's a bit of both. Bit of both, because I feel like T.I. was passionate about injustice that might have been happening, but I do feel like the apology and the attention went on to him through the owner, just misdirection.
Yeah.
And the victim was, I guess, very butthurt, because you can see inside the video. Granted, a lot of people on the internet were talking about, hey, man, just leave. You should have just left. There's no point in arguing. If they don't want to fuck with you, just leave. But granted, if you go somewhere and they just blatantly disrespecting you, saying
you're not going to just leave, yeah.
Yeah, you're not necessarily, like, I find it very hard pressed for most people just to go up and go like, all right, cool, let me just dip out. I don't need to spend my money with you. Some people would probably be very argumentative in terms of like, no, I want to stay here. Like, I got here. I'm not going to be subjugated just to leave because of my attire. But everyone else is wearing sneakers, and you're not hard. I feel like you're really just, pointing me out and trying to make me an example for something that's not necessarily that serious. And most people would be argumentative about certain things like that, which I could totally understand.
Yeah, I actually feel like the victim was doing too much for putting the shame on T.I. publicly, because number one, he's lucky that T.I. even came out to say anything about it and to use his platform for it. And number two, like, if T.I. wanted to meet up with him to discuss how it went down, like that's on T.I., you know what I mean? Like, that's not on really you guys at the end of the day. So I feel like the victim was kind of being stupid about this. Like, he should have just, like, I get it, the apology, yes, T.I. shouldn't have accepted the apology on the couple's behalf, but I think the victim was being kind of dumb about it, in my opinion.